Hello and welcome back. Thanks for staying with us. Well, now also we are tracking some latest inputs, and this one we are tracking from the international grounds where Tahawwur Rana has now made another attempt to dodge the Indian extradition case. Rana renews his application of emergency plea, and Rana requests the Chief Justice of US Supreme Court to hear the entire matter. These are the latest inputs that we are tracking from the ground where Tahawwur Rana has made yet another attempt to dodge the Indian extradition process. Well, let's go live to our legal correspondent Ananya Bhatnagar to get us a better perspective. Good morning, Ananya. Tahawwur Rana makes a last-ditch effort to avoid the extradition to India, renewing his emergency plea to the US Supreme Court. Now, what will be the implications of Rana's renewed plea, and will this really impact the extradition process?
Well, definitely, this was the last nail in the coffin that Rana has actually made. He has approached the US Supreme Court again, seeking to renew his emergency petition before, in fact, the US Supreme Court. Now, the matter is before, the Supreme Court judges. There would be a conference on the 4th of April, as of what is, stated on the US Supreme Court website. Very categorically, Tahawwur Rana making all kind of attempts to, dodge the Indian extradition process. And if at all, the US Supreme Court gives him any kind of relief, then only he can dodge this particular, extradition process. However, with the kind of, exercise that has been going on and the kind of, in fact, decisions that have been coming in from the U.S. Supreme Court since for the past few months, it's very, very clear that, Tahawwur Rana would not be able to secure any kind of relief. Finally, when he's filed this particular application for the renewal of his emergency plea, the 4 Supreme Court judges must agree as far as, for the application to be dealt with in detail by the Chief Justice. So we'll have to wait and watch for the April 4 conference as to what happens and whether the Supreme Court judges would actually agree for a detailed discussion on Tahawwur Rana's pleas or not. Remember that Tahawwur Rana, when he had approached the US Supreme Court with an emergency petition, had stated very categorically that, he's like a ticking time bomb who's facing a lot of diseases and could die if at all he comes back to India. He is facing a threat, and since he is a Muslim of Pakistani origin, there is a grave threat to his life, is what he had stated before the U.S. Supreme Court. However, these arguments did not weigh in with Justice Kangan of the Supreme Court, and he had dismissed his emergency petition. So we'll have to wait and watch as to how things pan out on what the U.S. Supreme Court has to say as far as Tahawwur Rana is concerned.
Right, and clearly Rana's plea to Chief Justice John Roberts sparks a new twist in the extradition saga. But will it be enough to halt his transfer to India? Well, time shall tell. Thank you so much, Ananya, for bringing all those details. Well, now we are shifting our gears to yet another